Have you ever stopped to think about what's really running the world behind the scenes? You know, the stuff that powers the apps on your phone, your online banking, maybe even the cloud itself? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a piece of technology that's so fundamental to our digital lives, it's practically invisible. So, let's start with a question. What's the one thing that connects your phone, right there in your pocket, your bank, with all its security and transactions, and the massive abstract thing we call the cloud? They seem like totally different worlds, right? What could possibly be the common thread? Yep, that's it. Just one word, Java. It seems simple, but that single word represents an absolutely colossal ecosystem. So let's dive in and unpack what makes this one technology so incredibly powerful. Now, you've probably seen the little coffee cup logo before, right? Maybe it pops up when you're doing a software update. But what most of us just don't realize is the sheer scale of its influence. It's like the silent, invisible architecture holding up our entire digital world. Okay, so to really get a handle on this giant, we need to start somewhere familiar. Let's begin with the places you encounter it every single day. The Java that's quite literally in your pocket and sitting on your desk. We're going to look at three main areas that you might not have ever thought were connected. The apps you tap on your phone, the software you use on your computer, and yep, even some of the games you love to play. First up, if you have an Android phone, you're basically using Java all day, every day. It is the language that built the Android world. The vast majority of apps in the Google Play Store, from your social media to your favorite time wasters, were built using Java. And it's definitely not just phones. Java is a total powerhouse for desktop applications. Why? Because you can write a program once, and it can run on pretty much any operating system. Windows, Mac, Linux, you name it. You don't have to rewrite it for each one. That's a huge deal for developers. Java also has a really strong foothold in game development. It's a favorite for a lot of indie developers and even some bigger studios because it's so flexible. I mean, some seriously creative and amazing games have been built using game engines that are based on Java. Okay, so we've seen the personal side of Java. Now let's zoom out. And I mean, let's zoom way out. We're going to shift from your desk to the massive unseen systems that power global business and the internet itself. This is where we run into something called enterprise applications. Now, unlike a simple app for just you, these things are gigantic, super complex systems. They're built for huge organizations, and they have to handle millions of users and transactions all at once. It's a whole different ballgame. And this, right here, is where Java is king. The world's biggest banks, they rely on Java's legendary security and stability to process all of our transactions. Huge corporations use it for the software that runs their entire business. This is what you call mission-critical stuff. It absolutely cannot fail. Java is also a beast on the server side of the web. You know, the part you don't see. When you're using a major website or an online service, there's a really good chance that a Java application is humming away on a server somewhere, managing all the data and logic. Developers use these incredibly robust frameworks that are kind of like a pre-built skeleton, which helps them build these massive systems way more quickly and securely. So it's clear Java has a massive past and a totally dominant present. But what about the future? Is it old news? Not even close. Let's take a look at how Java is right at the heart of the most cutting-edge fields in tech today. First, let's talk about big data. You've probably heard this buzzword. All it really means is data sets that are so enormous and so complex that your normal everyday software just can't handle them. And guess what language those specialized heavy-duty tools are written in? You got it, Java. The foundational technologies for big data, like Hadoop and Apache Kafka, which let companies store and process information across thousands of computers, are built almost entirely in Java. Next up, the Internet of Things, or IoT. This is that giant, growing network of smart devices. Everything from your thermostat at home to tiny industrial sensors in a factory, all connected to the internet, all constantly chatting and sharing data. Well, Java's famous philosophy of write once, run anywhere makes it absolutely perfect for IoT. It can run on this huge variety of small, low-powered devices, which makes it a go-to choice for anyone building these smart gadgets. And finally, let's touch on the cloud. You know, cloud computing is really just a fancy way of saying you're renting computing power from someone else over the internet instead of having to own and maintain your own clunky servers. Now, the applications and services that run in the cloud have to be incredibly scalable, super reliable, and lockdown secure. And those qualities make Java a top-tier choice for developers building for the biggest cloud platforms on the planet: Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud. And it's not all business and tech giants. Java is also a quiet hero in the world of science. It's used to build these powerful tools that analyze just massive amounts of data from experiments in fields like physics, genomics, and even astronomy. Wow. Okay, we have gone from your phone all the way to the cloud, from your bank account to big data. So let's just take one final step back and put this whole incredible picture together. I mean, just look at this list for a second. From the smallest app on your phone to the largest corporate system on Earth, from gaming to scientific research, this is the real story of Java. It's about its unmatched versatility, its ability to be the right tool for the job in almost every corner of our digital world. If there's one thing you take away from all this, let it be this idea right here. Java isn't just another programming language. It's a foundational layer of our modern life, just quietly humming along, supporting everything from behind the scenes. So I'll just leave you with this one last thought. Now that you've seen where it is, now that you know where to look, can you even imagine our world functioning for a single day without it? It's something to think about the next time you pick up your phone or check your bank account online. Thanks for joining me.